Welcome to Between Both Cheeks, the podcast where we talk business, beauty, and butts. We'll be stripping down the aesthetics industry, whether you're here for spicy beauty tips, savvy business advice, or just a little banter. We've got you covered from front to back. So pull up a cheek and get ready to discover what happens between both cheeks.
Let's get serious. Who wants to do the intro to the podcast? I always do it.
Rach, sex voice.
Welcome to the BBC. Hey everyone, this is our weekly podcast. We have Luba, Aaron, and KATRINA on with us today, and we are going to be talking about, what's our topic?
My dating life.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are in for it. You're in for it. It's going to be really exciting. Luba is a CEO bachata dating extraordinaire.
I didn't think I'd ever be dating again, and I've been sharing my companion stories, and Rachel was like, we have to do a podcast about this. And KATRINA, who works with us for social media, she's also my best friend, has been a huge part of like this new life. She's like literally been my mentor behind the scenes on like, I don't know how to date. I don't know how to be a hoe. I don't know how to date. I'm not on any dating apps.
You're not a hoe. So we're going to start there.
Thank you. Thank you. But like, I don't know how to do any of this. I'm not on any apps. I like hated men for what felt like the longest time.
That sounded like past tense.
But do I still hate them?
Hate them?
No, you don't hate them. We just have to find the right ones.
The ones. Thank you. Not the right one, the right ones. So I'm going to share how this has kind of like changed my life. Not only just like personally, but like also for the business and just my whole like attitude in general. So here we are.
And KATRINA is her secret weapon. And I'm blown away by KATRINA's input because Luba always tells us how KATRINA's been able to lead and coach, and like the whole thirst trap thing was just like blew my mind. And so whenever Luba travels, I'm like, hurry up and get back here. I got to know what's happening. Please. So
yeah, you got to use social media. Yeah, social media to your advantage because they put those settings there for a reason. Use it to mess with people's minds. I mean, these men are fine messing with, girls' minds and giving mixed signals and, women in male dominated fields. What's up? Let's do a thirst trap on a close friend story. They think it's just for them and it's for the roster.
Yeah.
I do. I have a bit of a roster. It got wiped out recently, but we're rebuilding with some new ones.
It's just cycling through.
I'm recruiting.
Aaron
taking applications, everyone.
We're just cycling through.
Latin men apply here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chad.
Chad Kruger. I mean, listen, I'll still be friends with you. I still think I owe you a cocktail and an apology. But like white men right now would just like no bueno for me.
You're so funny.
My taste has changed. I've only dated white men before, and now it's more about the Latin community.
Got the
but are you open to everyone? Is it just like you just find yourself meeting more Latin men? How did that change come about?
Well, obviously through dance. Like I just met way more like Latin men in the community, and I'm not dating anyone in the dance community because things just get messy, right? Because you see them all the time over and over. But it's like exposed me to this new culture where I'm like, I like this. Like Latin men are very, they're very passionate. And like, probably because I don't understand the language, I don't even know what they're saying to me, but it just sounds like way better than like sweetheart or babe or honey or like.
Probably because you don't understand.
Probably like they're probably saying shit to me. I don't know, but it's like, they're very passionate and like, and they dance, which I never dated anyone that could dance. So there's like connection, like sexually that way. Again, like not sleeping with them, but just like a physical connection. They've got rhythm. They've got fuego. Like, I don't know. They just like, they move differently. Here's the perfect example because and I'm not being racist because I'm not writing off all white men, but I met a white man in traffic the other day. It was very romantic. Like this whole thing. Rachel is like, I don't think I've heard this story. I met a man in traffic and it was very like, Hallmark experience where the traffic just stopped. We were in gridlock and he's like, unroll your window. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you're beautiful. Can I have your number? And I was like, this is kind of cool. I was like, okay, basic white man, I'm going to give you my number. I'm going to be open to this white man experience again. And he's like, I don't have a pen. I'll remember it. And I was like, really? People are now honking because traffic is moving. And homeboy is like stopped. He's not leaving till he gets my number. He calls me like instantly. And we have a really great chat in the conversation, like in traffic. Let me see here. This was in Vancouver. See, like he doesn't even deserve a name in my phone. That's how bad it is. That's why it's going to take me like a hot minute to find this, because you don't even deserve a name in the phone because it was so bad right away. And he's still messaging me to this day and I just don't respond. Because listen, if I learned anything from KATRINA how did she put it? It is not my job to teach you how to treat a woman. So therefore, 100%. I'm not going to explain what you did that clearly was like, it wasn't even shitty. It was just inappropriate. Like you just don't talk to a human like that when you haven't even taken them out for a cocktail.
What is it, straight to like dick pics or what?
No, and luckily I haven't had one of those. But like KATRINA, can you kind of explain that part of it? Where it's not.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of women are like, I can change him, and it's like, babe, he's not in a diaper. Like that's the only way you're going to be able to change a man if he's in a diaper. And it's not your job to be a teacher. Like find men who are taught, find men who have learned, find complete people, not projects. Right. And I know that Luba would get frustrated in the beginning of her dating journey. She'd get frustrated with certain people and she'd be like, well, let me tell him this. And I'm like, nope, don't lecture him. He doesn't want to hear it. It's not going to like, people who aren't ready for that lesson can't even comprehend or interpret what you're saying anyways. It's not your job to be his teacher.
I love that.
And what I tell you about dating, like it's a war zone out there. It is such a fucking hot mess. And no, you can't change anyone. And I remember specifically telling you, like, you're expecting like relationship things and you're not in a relationship. And these men these days, even women in relationships with them, they don't get it. And like, so like, it's hard to find.
I am now like expecting the fucking world. I will never accept the bare minimum. I will never ask you to treat me a different, like for me, it's all about your actions. You don't speak with your words, you speak with your actions. And the smallest thing that you don't do, like walk me to my car, you're fucking out. Like you're done. And I am expecting everything because I deserve everything.
I agree, but that's why I'm saying it's a war zone, because like 3% of dudes, maybe. And
that's fine. And I'm like not openly like I have to date, I have to go on a date. Like I think I've been on, I don't know, a few dates and they just happen naturally, organically. I don't need to date. I'm completely fine on my own. Like 1000%. Did you not watch my stories from Mexico City? I'm good. I was actually in that hotel room being like, I am so happy I'm not with a man. Like it's so good. Okay. I found homeboy's messages.
Okay, let's hear it.
Traffic boy. Okay. Hey, is this the beautiful redhead from Traffic? Good, right? I love your name and your smile. I'm like, okay, a white boy is in. I go, yep, it's me. Thank you. With a little emoji. And he goes, you're welcome. This traffic is crazy and you're hot. Okay, fine. Then he writes, thanks for exchanging numbers and being open and friendly enough to do so in the middle of a traffic jam. Things are good, right? Then he sends a photo of himself, like just like a face photo. And I was like, oh, like, not bad. He's not Latin, but not bad for a white guy.
Not ugly.
No, not ugly, handsome, plays golf, like very basic. He goes, that's me. Something about you felt very familiar. Do you ever get that feeling when you talk to someone? Then the next day, because I'm not responding because I went out dancing that day. He writes back the next day. He goes, Luba means love. Wow, now I really like your name. So I was like, okay, so he's taken time to like figure out what my name means. No one's ever done that. And I go, wow, impressive that you knew that or that you even looked it up. You are correct. Do you want to know the response? So those of you that don't know, my name means love. He writes, let's make Luba.
Ew. Oh my
Thank
God.
You. Okay. With a side smirky face. And then he writes like emojis like, shh, our secret, Luba. I feel like I should just be forward and say that I have not been able to stop thinking about you and how hot you are, your body, and what it would be like to kiss you. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, that's coming off strong.
This last Sunday, he messages me again, just a traffic stop and you're gone. Yeah, bitch, I am. Because your messages are shitty.
Because basically you just
red
said
light, green light.
So
first of all, you saw me. I told KATRINA this and she was like, you have a great, what did he say? Something, I love your body or whatever. She's like, he saw you in a traffic light. Like he doesn't even know if you have legs for real.
Like, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be an issue if she didn't, but like, you don't know that. You don't know what she looks like. I feel like he's one of those guys who is like, you know, those like really scummy guys who are like, it's a numbers game.
It's going to turn into a porn.
The same message.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
What a loser.
So I'm out. Like I'm out. I'm not even responding. And this is like what I've learned from KATRINA is like, I always felt that everyone deserved a response. Doesn't matter if it was an employee, if it was a friend, if it was someone I was dating, someone I was like, everyone deserves to be responded to and in a timely manner. Like I would get messages and I'd be like, quick, I would screenshot it and I would send it to KATRINA. I'm like, oh my God, I need to respond to this. And she's like, no, you don't, leave them on red. And I'm like, and I would get anxiety. I was like, oh my God, no, like, because like I've opened the message. He sees that I can open it because foreign men use WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp on the regular now. But like, I would be like, I need to respond to this now. Like, I'm just like, you don't even deserve a response. You don't even have a name in my phone. And I refer to you as traffic boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, turn red on for iMessage too, so that they know. You know I read it. I just don't care enough to respond. You know,
Good.
like I have other things to do, and that
you
it can't be one of those
individual messages.
100%.
Well, that's good. Okay, I gotta change those settings because listen, I know people think that like I expect the world, and I had my other girlfriends here said to me like, "Wow, you're like a really hard crowd to please," and I was like, "But I am," because I will tell you, in one night I had a man cook me dinner on a regular Tuesday night, brought out a $400 bottle of wine, set up a massage for me. That was that night. Later that evening, I went to go see a band play, and the musician wrote a song about me and serenaded me at my car. And then that morning, I woke up to a text message from someone else with poetry written.
I love the poetry.
So,
poetry guy's my new favorite, by the way.
Better He's than Let's now? Make Luba.
Basic white man shit. No Latin men would ever say that. Where he would say it in Latin and it would sound great.
That's what I was saying.
He would say it in Spanish.
You just don't know. Because your favorite song is Sex with Clothes On.
Anything you say in Latin or in Spanish, I don't care what it is. It's chef's kiss.
100%.
But how does the song go?
Sexo con ropa. It means sex with clothes on. I didn't know. It's just a very upbeat bachata song. And then I found out what it meant. I also walked around because I'm trying to learn like a little bit of Spanish, obviously. And I walked around the social dance thing the other day saying that I was horny instead of saying I was hot or warm.
Wait. What's the difference here?
This is the thing with the language. It has multiple meanings.
So they just took it as you were saying the other thing?
I guess so.
Interesting. What were you saying?
Muy caliente. Mucho caliente.
That can mean either way.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, maybe it's the vibe I give off. I don't know.
She also called coffee little asshole.
Yeah.
See, like I'm like struggling. I'm struggling.
A Coolito instead of a cortado.
See? No. Colito versus colada.
Is it colada?
A lot of coffee. Colada, not a colito.
A lot of coffee or a little asshole. You know, it's
tomato, tomato. Okay.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
I also have a date tonight that just happened.
Oh my God. I'm actually so excited about this one because I was there to witness their meet cute, and I have it on video.
Yeah.
That's right, Katrina.
I won't say much more than that.
There for that. That was amazing. We gotta put that in this video as a.
Oh my God, I cannot.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Yeah,
it was nuts. And the fact that Luba and I were literally waiting for our friend, minding our business, making funny videos, like how she was like, okay, this was the video we were filming right before this interaction happened. We're at this beautiful resort. She's eating a piece of candy. And I was like, okay, stand right here. And I'm like, okay, stand right there. She goes, in front of this trash can. I was like, it has a purpose. And so she's like, I'm at this beautiful resort and oh my God, my ex followed me here. And she just closes up on the trash can. And we were giggling about it, laughing about it, being delirious, being silly. And this man comes up to her. No, she had no makeup on.
I looked like ass. I had a zit the size of Beverly Hills on my chin.
I can't.
I did. I looked like ass. And he's like, I want you. So, and this is the other thing with like Latin men. They're very forward, but not like in a gross way.
Right.
Like they've got the fuego. That's like the best way that I can put it. So yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, I'm waiting for him. This is the other thing too. Like I'm done planning. Like when I had one of the guys came and he picked me up from the airport and he took me out for dinner. He's like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm so in feminine energy and it's very hard for me to be in feminine energy, but I've made this like attempt to really pull back. So if you want to take me out, it's where are we going? Let me know what time, let me know what place. Well, what do you feel like? I don't know. I eat everything. Like I let them do I am not fucking planning anything. I planned everything for 15 years. I'm out.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm out because I want to feel like a woman when I'm with them. When I'm at work, I'm in full masculine energy. I don't want that when I go home or when I'm out on a date. I need you to take care of it. And that means fucking paying for shit too. I'm done paying for men. I have a full expectation that they are paying.
I think it's fair.
Right? Aaron, you agree? Your man pays for shit.
Yeah, he does.
Wait, is Luba the only single one here?
Yeah, I
what's
used to be the single one.
Yeah, Aaron was supposed to be my fucking ride or die through this new era, and she goes and she mans up.
Mm-hmm. Know this, Aaron?
Yeah, I was single. I was single.
And wild.
I was the one in my going out.
I'm now Aaron. Like we've literally switched roles.
Yeah, and then she started dating early. I will say she's like, I'm gonna be single for la la la. Nah, she decided to go have fun, which good for you.
It was 8 months. I promised myself that I would not have sex or not even like be open to dating for a year because a book told me to do that. And I was talking to a lot of my girlfriends, KATRINA included, and they were like, why? Like, why are you listening to like some book? Like, why don't you just do what like feels right? But like, I was in such a dark, dark place with all the shit that happened. Like, I never thought I would even, like, I did not trust. If you had a penis, I didn't fucking trust you, period. Right? So, 8 months it took. And I didn't date them. I just had sex with them. Completely unexpected. But like a really great experience for like getting back on the horse, if you will.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, baby.
And now I'm having the best sex of my life.
Listen, I personally knew it would happen sooner based on a photo shoot dinner. So we had a photo shoot and then we had a dinner, and I was like, this girl's kind of ready though, because her and the waiter were flirting like crazy. The waiter was obsessed with him, and I was like, hold on, she's kind of enjoying the vibe. I'm not saying she went for him. He's very much like a friend, but it was like he was just so like, wait, you're divorced? Somebody let you go? Somebody fumbled you? And it was somebody other than her best friends telling her like, you deserve better. And I think that that was such a refreshing like wake up call to her, where it was like, wait, men notice me. And it took her a while, but not as long as I think she thought it would take.
Yeah. But I mean, all, fun and games aside, it's like it took, men being kind and respectful. It's changed you just a lot as a whole. And I know, like, we're on here talking about like these, fun stories, but like truly behind closed doors, it's changed you a lot, right? And I mean, one example alone that I could get, Dallas 2024, or was it, 2024? Dallas 24 versus Dallas 2025. The stark difference in Luba, like, the body wash got lost from the fucking lab. I think we made a whole podcast about it, honestly.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
And just like the tension on that trip versus, I mean, I even pulled you aside on that trip and I was like, I know I have a strong personality, but you do too.
Yeah.
And it got to like a boiling point. And then, fast forward a year later, and we've downsized our booth. We're having the time of our lives, and we're peeling out in minivans, and just a whole different side of you. So yeah, personally, it's been, quite a trip for you, but I think like professionally as well, it's different. And what do I always say to you, Luba? Like when we're on the phone, I'm just like, hello, who is this talking to me on the other line? Hello?
I think my boss's phone is lost. Yeah. Who has her phone right now? She says. Yeah.
Say hello anymore. She's hola.
Hola. Hola.
Hola, Juan. No, I think that's important to bring up, and I think KATRINA can speak to it, like on the friendship side as well, because she's like, who is my friend? Like, she's like, who are you?
Yeah.
When you have like toxic relationships, and it doesn't matter if it's like a spouse or a partner or in the workplace, like when there's toxicity around you, and even though you think you're holding it together and presenting your best self facing forward, it's not. Like, it's impacting the business, it's impacting your personal life, it's impacting friendships, it's impacting growth. It's so important to realize that. And I think, there's a lot of women in this industry, because as I start to share my journey and my story, women have literally come to me after the presentation saying, with seeing your social media, that life exists after, I can't really say divorce for me. I guess I can, but we're never married, like a separation, that I'm going to be okay. You have now given me the strength to file for divorce. After I leave this show, I am filing for divorce. There was 3 people in Vegas that said that to me, which is so impactful. And if there's just like one message that I can pass on from this podcast, is we don't give ourselves enough credit as women with the power that we hold. We can literally make something work and turn things around, turn our lives around in 3 months.
Agreed.
Like, we can rebuild. Doesn't matter if you have children, if you don't have children, like it doesn't matter. Like, we will burn everything to the ground and start over. And in 3 months, we will rebuild it. And we don't give ourselves enough credit for that. We are magical creatures.
1000%. And Luba, adding on to that, sharing your story about the rebuild is important, because I tell her this all the time, and it's your story is going to be someone's survival guide. And we lead by example, but like, you also have to talk to people, tell them how you did it, because you don't know. I have friends that I feel like were you a year ago. I feel like they're in that spot. And I think that having this person that I can like, oh, well, this happened to my friend Luba, like what, you know, if you follow her, she talks about it, or if you reach out to her, you've always been so open about that. If I'm like, Luba, will you talk to my friend about this? And um it's huge. It's huge. It's literally women lifting up other women.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like when you're in this like abusive situation and you're not ready to leave and you haven't hit rock bottom, you hide it. And we hide it from each other because we're going to be judged. And the best example I have is a former employee that used to work for me years ago, like over a decade ago. Her and I are great friends. We literally have like morning coffee at like 5:30 a.m. On the way to the gym. I'll we'll call and we'll chat. And when I told her that I left my previous relationship and why, she went silent and she said, I left my ex because of that as well. He was abusive. And these are all the things that he was doing. And it lined up exactly from what I was dealing with. We spoke every day, you guys, and no one said anything.
It's wild.
Like how we're sharing, all our wins and all our losses and the good things and the bad things, but we're not talking about the most impactful thing that was going on in our lives. For her, with her and her child, for me, with me and my business, us in our personal life. Like we talked every day and we hid this from each other as friends. And we have to take the shame away from it, right? Because that's
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Why do we
It's from the shame, because we feel like we failed because the relationship failed. And society loves to do that. They always go, they see a girl and she's dancing online. She feels beautiful. She's maybe wearing something scantily clad, and they're like, daddy issues. And they love to throw that around like it's not the definition of a men's failure. Daddy issues sounds like a man failed. But they're pushing it to her like, oh, you're like this and you're like that. And it's like, the failure of a man doesn't equate to a failure of you.
Well, and what's crazy is that I think the stat is 86% of women are the ones that file for divorce because women make men's lives easier. Like
100%.
My life is so fucking easy breezy now. Like it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I wake up happy every single day. And then going back to like with KATRINA, like guiding me through this whole like how to respond or what to respond or how to deal with these men. There was a situation that occurred and I got a text message and I didn't like it. There's something was like wrong with it. It just like, I didn't like it. And I remember waking up in the morning and I was fucking mad that morning. And I went driving somewhere and I remember thinking like, why am I mad? I was like, I have woken up happy every single day from the minute that I landed in Thailand. Okay, so I've been happy every morning, grateful, doing my gratitude. I love my life. This is so amazing. Why am I like, I'm angry right now and I haven't felt this feeling in so long. And I let a man, just a man who I'm not even dating, who I went on like 2 dates with. I let a man change my entire day in that moment. And I was like, oh, hell no. Nope. Like time to like regroup, refresh, boy, bye. If that's what you're making me feel, I will no longer confuse chaos for chemistry because that's what I did for 15 years. And I think that's like the biggest thing, especially for younger women. They think that chaos is like all this chemistry. It's not.
So I feel like, and I learned this as raising my teenage daughters in the 80s and 90s culture. I think we learned this as children on the playground because when a boy would be mean to us, people would say, oh, he must like you.
Yes.
When a boy would this, that, or the other, poke us, tease us, insult us, push us, whatever it was, oh, it's just because he likes you.
Yes.
No. That is such a false lie.
No, that kid's a prick.
Yeah, it's because he's a jerk. No. And so I grew up thinking that, and I feel like a lot of our, 70s, 80s, 90s generation kids grew up thinking that, oh, you guys, no. So when I'm raising my daughters, if a boy's a jerk, I'm like, he's a jerk, stay away from him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not because he likes you, Bull crap. So we
Yes.
learned that at an early age that that's what that means, and it's not. It's not what that means.
Oh, Rach, I could not agree more. Because I
you're
had
totally
long
right.
braids as a kid, and the kids would like pull my braids, and my mom was like, "Oh, because he likes you. He's pulling on your hair like that because he likes you." Now I'm like watching all these. I probably talked about this before. I'm still watching Melrose Place reruns. Those of you that are probably way too young to even know, it's like off 90210, like the spinoff. None of this shit would be allowed to be on TV today. The way that these men literally abuse these women physically and mentally, like they're physically shoving them. We grew up being like idolizing that this is okay. It's wild.
Right.
Times have changed, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah. I mean, I have videos even of my son when he's really little, like on the playground, and he would see something, and he's just this itty bitty little thing. And he's pointing at something. And he goes, "Hey, that's not nice."
Aw, see?
I'll have to find it and send it to you guys, but that's what it reminded me of. And it is, there was this girl, Luca, my son. He's, he's young. He's very innocent, and which is great. He doesn't have to grow up, and he's not girl crazy or anything. He's into Pokemon and video games. Like, that's his thing. And like, I've asked him, like, "Oh, well, do you have like a crush on a girl?" And he was like, "No." But his friend Mario was in the car too, and was like, "Well, you did like a girl." And I looked at it, I was like, "Who did you like?" And he was like, "Well, I don't like her anymore. She's not very nice." And I was like, "Oh, okay, good." And I think because he had gone to this girl's birthday party, and they had things in common, and she liked, the things that he did, and she lived close by. So I think his was just because, she was a nice girl that was into the same things, who lived nearby. Well, then, she's started, girls develop faster, and she's into, he calls her a Sephora girl and a hot Cheeto girl now. And
I can't.
He just says she's not very nice. Then I was like, well, good. If she's not nice, screw that girl. Then, yeah, so.
Well, then I'm in trouble because I'm not very nice. Let me read you one of my most recent text messages. KATRINA, while I'm finding this, what are some tips of like this black cat energy, or what is black cat energy?
This is definitely a newer term. Luba kind of brought it up to me where this wasn't in my vocab when I was single. This wasn't around 7 years ago. People weren't talking about black cat energy. So I feel like it was just, I don't know what I called it, but I think black cat energy is when you're not begging for a seat at a table, and when you're just kind of like, you're doing you are priority number one. It's what you want versus like, what does he want, or how can I be the girl that he wants? It's kind of like, well, who do I want to be? And if he likes it, cool, and if he doesn't, bye. That's what I feel like the vibe is, right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely flourishing in your own lane and not being worried if a man doesn't like you, because why would we care about that? And it can be in anything. The crazy part is that Luba's been in a black cat energy for her career, her whole life, and it was, that's the thing. It's these things, they don't always transfer. You're not always the same person at work as you are at home, you know? And there would never be a world where you guys do a Bryght presentation and someone's standing there and they're just like, I'm just not sure about the value. And they haven't bought anything and they just watched the presentation. So like they're aware of who you are. But if they're just standing there afterwards and they're just like, just not sure about the value you're bringing. And you would never sit there and be like, we got to convince her. We have to convince her, him, that we are that brand for them. You'd be like, okay, the exit's this way, right? But it's the same thing with dating. If they don't see your value right off the bat, why are you begging for them to realize it? Why are you like, so black cat energy is that. It's not begging for their attention or validation. In my opinion, I don't know.
This is the biggest thing that KATRINA brought to me where I was like, oh my God. Because she's like, you do this in your business. You're like, this is who we are. What is a commandment? I forget it, like verbatim. Be loud, stand up for what you believe in, right? Like, we do not change to be different. She's like, you do this in your business today. So like, why aren't you applying that to your personal life? Like, why do you care if homeboy like didn't reply back right away or left you on red? Like, who fucking cares? Yeah. But I was like, I was someone else in that personal life versus in the dating life or the business life. So this was a message. When are you back? I already miss you. I write, LOL, no you don't. Don't you miss me? I'm too busy to miss anyone. He goes, wow, that was very hard. I go, do you want me to lie? No problem. I understand. That's it. Okay. Like, what am I going to say? Bro, I don't miss you. We're not dating. XO Luba.
XO. Be authentic. That's your full authentic self at the moment. And he can be intrigued or he can be turned off. That's not your problem.
Yeah. No. Moral of the story. Good relationships affect you everywhere in your life. Bad relationships do too.
Oh, absolutely.
Bad relationships will show up in your doctor visit results, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
That's why it's so important to be picky about that. That's like the one thing in your life you need to be crazy picky about.
Yes.
I mean, you know, you can change the color of your walls in your house. You can change your hair color. You can change your haircut. You can change everything. And there's not much consequence to it. But like dating is the one thing. It's somebody you're letting in your life be part of your like sex life. Like it's huge. Yeah. You're vulnerable to them. And you know, possibly you open yourself up to financial abuse. Like, so.
That I just saw a podcast with Kevin O'Leary, I think he's a billionaire, said that the partner that you choose is your biggest financial decision. And I always thought like, you know, buying a house is your biggest financial decision. Buying a car is your second most financial decision. But no, like the partner that you choose is the biggest financial decision that you'll make. And wow, isn't that the fucking truth for me?
Yeah.
So I'm leveling up. I'm fucking expecting everything. Send me flowers. Don't tell me you're going to send me flowers. Do it. Martha's grandma brought me flowers the other day. I was like, if she can do it on pension, you can do it with a paycheck, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I love also, that. Somebody write that down. And coffee.
Right. Oh my God. Yes. I had coffee flown to me. Well, not flown to me, but there was a man that I was talking to and he sent me coffee from 9,500 miles away because I wanted a coffee. And what was crazy with this was I was in the same hotel room, in the exact same room that they put me in. When they gave me the keys, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because 2 years prior, I had a man at the end of that bed screaming at me while I was balled up crying, and then who proceeded to leave for the evening and go get even more drunk. That was the exact same hotel room. 2 years later, there's a man sending me coffee from Europe to my door in that same room. And I just went, that's why I was supposed to be here. I am making new memories in the same locations where really shitty things happened to me. If he wanted to, he would.
100%. And that would be what a fun adventure that would be, Luba, is to go laugh in the places you cried, you know?
And we're doing that. We did that for my birthday. You know, I wore the exact same dress 10 years later that he made me cry in that exact same hotel room. So all new memories. If he wanted to, he would. I'm done making excuses for men. Bring it. If you're not feeding me, fucking me, or funding me, I'm out.
I'd write that down for the book.
Mic drop.
For the book. I think this is a perfect way to end this podcast.
I'm just saying.
Ooh, that's good.
It's a good title.
Wait, what was it? What was it?
If you're not feeding me, fucking me, or funding me, I'm out.
Okay.
The 3 Fs. Simple. Thanks for joining us, you guys. KATRINA, thank you so much for helping me navigate my new love life. My black cat friend. Who knew? She's so shy, right? And all of a sudden she like comes with this spice. I'm like,
because you've always met me in a relationship.
true.
But single me was take no prisoners, because it's a war zone, like Aaron said. It is war out there, and you have to just keep it pushing.
I am. I'm having the best time doing it too. Around the world. Thanks for joining us, you guys.